All right, so the very first one I've got is it's a little bit developer-y, this one, but it's probably got some use cases which might be helpful for you as well. This was one that was on the AppSumo website, reasonably newish app. It's called UI Replicator, and it's uireplicator.com. So what this particular app does, can't really show you how it works. There is a video that does show you how it does work. But what it does is you can go to any website and it's a Chrome extension. You can click on copy of the website and it will sort of download a full copy of the website so that you've got an exact replica of it. Now, it won't have all of the back-end functions that these websites have got. So like if there's a shopping cart or those sort of things, that part of it won't be replicated. It's really just the front end and the design and view of it. So if you happen to have come across, let's say, a landing page, a sales landing page, which is really quite effective, and you like it and you want to copy it, or you want to give it to a web designer to do something like that, just replicating the website there is something you can just give to your web designer and say, hey, look, this is the sort of site that I'm looking for, or this is a landing page which is effective. It does get good conversions. Can we build something like this? And what it does is it really does speed up the development for a new landing page or website for you, because you've got all of the elements are there, the structure of it's all there, and then the developer can just go in and replace things like the text, the photos, and you've got the exact same structure. I use things like I've got a swipe file, so whenever I come across any sites that I think are really effective, particularly landing pages, and landing pages that have got upsells and downsells, I will take a snapshot of all of those there on the way through so that I know how they operate. So we can sort of reverse engineer them and so we can build something that's as effective as those landing pages. Anything I spend money on, like if I'm going through landing pages and spending money, then it's got to be good. Because usually I'm pretty reluctant to spend a lot of money online these days because there's just so much. So if they've got me, I will take a screenshot of every page on the way through. So you can use this tool to be able to do it, and it's super simple. The great thing about it is it costs you $20. That's it. So you can buy this thing for $20. It's a Chrome extension. You can use it forever, and you can download, or you can sort of copy as many sites as you like. If I had this when I was in my early days of web development, it would have made life a whole lot easier. But it's for web developers and non-web developers alike, so that you can sort of grab a copy and store a copy of sites that you like. That one's called uireplicator.com. Next one here, very simple tool. People often ask me, are there any alternatives to Calendly as a booking engine? And I think particularly because Calendly pricing has been going up progressively. And this is one that came across my way, reasonably recently. It's called Cal.com, and really good, actually. It is really good. So the first thing that's good about it is the price. It's cheaper than some of the other options out there. But the other thing that's really good about it is that included in this app are things that you often have to pay more for. So obviously with this, it is a booking calendar. So you can set times in there and days that people can book you, and time slots that people can book you. So if you're a coach or a consultant and you're needing people to book time with you, or you're in sales and you need to organize times to meet with people, that's really what this is for. Or if you have any sorts of appointments with people. It does connect to the major calendars like Google, Microsoft, Apple calendars. So it synchronizes between them. So, if you've got a busy slot in one of your calendars, it won't allow people to book that time, and it will populate your calendar with any bookings that are made. You can choose when you're available. If you want to have a day off, you can sort of deselect a whole day, have that day off as well too. And it also allows you to choose how you're going to meet, whether you're going to be sort of connecting it to Zoom. So it does connect into Zoom and Microsoft Teams, or whether it's a phone call, or whether it's a walk in the park or an office or some venue like that. And it's got buffer times between it as well. So, you don't have back-to-back appointments. If you want an hour's gap between appointments, it will organize that sort of thing as well too. So, the other thing about this is one that you often pay pay more for with some other calendars is if you charge for appointments, then this one will allow you to connect to a charging platform like Stripe, and people can book the appointment, they can get billed for it, pay for it before they even come and meet with you. So you can embed these on your website, or you can use the website, the Kelcom website, what they give you for this as well too. So it's got lots and lots of flexibility. Price wise, the basic level is free. So the free level, this is what I really liked. Free level allows you to accept payments by Stripe. So if you are, if you've got a chargeable service, you can use this, not going to cost you anything with it. And then they've got their pay plan, which is $12 a month, which is about half the price of what Calendly is charging. So that's US dollars. So call that sort of $16 a month for Kiwis and Aussies. So that one there is called kel.com. Next one I've got is one by 11labs.io, and it is a text-to-speech platform. So what it allows you to do is you can see the window in the middle here. It gives you the opportunity there to paste in text. So you can do things like, if you let's say if you had an audio book, a book, for instance, that you wanted to use as an audio book, you could paste it in here. It will read it for you, and you can download the file, or sort of have it on your phone in the car, and it can read for you. So if you've got a PDF text, you can paste all that in there. It will now read it for you. And of course, if you wanted to have something on your website or social media, then you can create sort of text and videos for that as well too. So you can choose your voices. If you happen to like American voice, if you want a sexy whispering voice, they've got one of those in there as well too. French, British, whatever's your accent of choice, they have all of that in there as well too. So it is an AI tool as well too. It will do things like give you good speech as well, so that it's easy to understand. And it's the sort of thing you could if you've got recordings, or you want to create a sort of a podcast type of thing, then and you didn't actually want to do a sort of a live podcast or be speaking into a microphone, you could use this here to do that. So lots and lots of uses with it. If you wanted to play around with audio, you didn't necessarily want it to be your voice there. So really interesting tool, and reasonably affordable, I think, this one here as well too. If we have a look at the pricing of it, there we go. It's got a free plan, which is the fairly limited plan. And then you can start with $1, $1. They've got credits in there, so you buy credits on the way through, depending on how long your audio is. But it is very, very affordable when it comes to some of these AI tools. Next one I've got is, anyone here used Perplexity at all, or does anyone use Perplexity? So this is an AI tool. It's a little bit like ChatGPT or Gemini or Copilot, but this one here is really more focused on, I suppose, being an AI search engine or answer engine. So the way this one works is that you ask it a question, and it will sort of give you some answers around it. So, an interesting thing might be to do is, what I did today was I put in a prompt there. So tell me about the business. Whoops, where are we? Business, BUSINESS owners smashing it online webinar /podcast. So there's a question. Tell me about the business owner smashing online webinar podcast, and then it comes through and gives me a bit of a summary. It's actually not too bad, this here, and then it's got related queries in here. So this part I really like. So you can then sort of check out the related queries. It will do some even more in-depth research, get some more answers for you there. So for me, this was really good, just to see, well, what's it telling me about this particular show here, and is this the sort of message that I'm wanting to put out? So, so it's given me, this webinar here aims to help business owners learn digital marketing strategies, discover new online tools and apps, and grow their businesses efficiently. So I think that's pretty accurate and pretty right. But so this is what I used for, here we go. Look at this one here. What are some shortcuts Nick Cree uses to achieve faster growth? That's something I really want to know. What are my shortcuts? So there you go. So it's coming through with high converting websites, social media, system, automation, CRM, delegation of virtual staff, systemization. So that's all of my things. So I've just used it on this particular show here, and you can use that for then you can craft that into content. So if you're wanting to create, let's say, a page about, what is this show, Business Owners Smashing It Online, for a website, for someone else's website, for a bio, if I want other people's webinars or podcasts, it allows me to do that quite quickly. But you can also use it for market research. So if you've got competitors out there, you can ask this machine here, tell us about the particular competitor, and it will start to list out some of their strategies, what they're doing, their USP, the sorts of clients they work with. So you can ask it all sorts of questions. So you can do some research around it really quite quickly, rather than jumping into the search engines and asking the questions yourself and having to think about what you're going to ask it. The good thing about this is it gives you suggestions of what else you can ask, and so you can really extract some good information. So really good for market research, also good for if you're trying to find out your key avatar or your ideal clients, you can start to put some of that information in there as well too. So it is connected to the web. It does draw information from online as well. Really good tool, and the best thing about it too is it's free. So you can get an incredible amount of information out of this, and it's all free. So I sort of prefer this one to ChatGPT for this, simply for for the fact that it's got all of these prompts in there to help take your research just a little bit deeper. So that one there is called Perplexity.ai. And the last app and tool that I've got tonight is an audiobook that I'm listening to. It's called Never Finished: Unshackle Your Mind and Win the War Within. So this is by David Goggins. That's who's on screen at the moment. He is the world's foremost endurance athlete. He does crazy things like runs 250, I think it's 250 miles, not kilometers, miles, which takes something like 48 hours on no sleep and whatever. So he's an incredible endurance athlete. It's not the athleticism that I read the book for, but it's about his study of the mind and how he sort of has overcome sort of barriers. So when you're in intensive exercise like this, your mind sort of starts to tell you time to stop. This is ridiculous. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't keep going. And so he just talks about all of that mind self-talk and how to get through all of that. So all of us have that. Probably not to that extent there, because I don't think any of us are running 200-mile runs at all. But we will come up with challenges there, and he uses it as a personal development tool to understand his mind a whole lot better. So incredible read, and well, for me, it's an incredible listen. And there's so many things in there that really help to understand that little voice in your head, and how to really push through and get through it when it's telling you that it's time to stop or not. So yeah, definitely recommend that. That is my listen and has been for the past week. So that's David Goggins' Never Finished. And that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for tonight. So all of those are the last entry into chat now. So drop into chat. Tell us which was your favorite, or which is the one that you think is worthy of a bit more time to explore. And of course, all of these apps and tools, we'll drop these into the Business Owners Smashing It Online Facebook group. So they'll be there sort of over the course of the week. If you're not a member of that, now's a great time to go to Facebook, search for Business Owners Smashing It Online, click the join button, we'll accept you in. And if there are any apps and tools that you're looking for, or you'll find those in that group as well too. You can search through some of those apps and tools. And of course, we will be posting these into the YouTube channel. They should be up there by tomorrow, I think tomorrow afternoon. So if you do want to check it out again, then they'll all be there as well too. All right, what have we got in terms of our favorite tools for tonight? So we have a couple of votes for 11 Labs. So that's the text-to-speech. Cal.com looks good. Replicators, its merits. Yep, I thought you'd like that one, Jeff. I was thinking of you when I was reviewing that tool. Fabulous. Excellent.